Hey folks, Monkeypuzzle here with a brief prelude to the video that follows. Was just editing it and realized that DxTory got finicky and didn't record the game audio or Nilorio in the Skype call. Well, I decided to put it up anyway. There's no going back, and you can watch me test the tubular jetpack instead. Anyway, sorry for the audio fail, but I hope you enjoy the soothing sounds of me talking. And without further ado, here it comes. All right. Hey, it's Monkeypuzzle and Nilorio, and we're back with episode number 3 of Monkeypuzzling the CrackPack. Got Nilorio doing some parkour through the trees behind me, and we're standing on top of that Roguelike Dungeon that we've been working on for the last few episodes. And haven't put anything on the channel this week, not because we haven't been playing, but because this has been an immense task. This thing is enormous, the amount of stuff that's in here. And remember, it's had Infernal Mobs the whole time, which are super hard. Oh my gosh, they've been really bad. We've died a lot, but we're much more geared up now, so definitely dying a lot less often, getting much better at it. I had a little intro, a bunch of material I recorded, and hopefully I put it together in the intro to give you guys a sense of what I was doing. That was down on the bottom level where there's diamond blocks in the floor and it's all nether based. You can see behind me there's a giant ender lily farm now. They make ender pearls. Take a while growing on dirt, but there's like 43 of them or something back there now. So we've got lots of ender pearls at the moment. Anyway, let me switch into a mode where I can do something here. And let's get you caught up. And then we're going to do some new stuff. So one of the things we're going to do first is Nilorio has been playing with Witchery. And he wanted to show us Mutandis, which I don't know how to make. And he apparently doesn't have enough wood ash to make any more right now, but he wanted to show you the effects. We got a tree farm now, so I just knocked this down with my, and I've got ender pouches as well. I've knocked this down with my lumber axe, and kaboom! That's how I've been getting wood. I got 4 of those all set up, and we both have luggage. That's right. We've got, what are they called? The supercharged luggage. We made a little Twilight Forest portal just to charge them up. We haven't even really ventured in the Twilight Forest. I've got a sickle to cut these with from thermal expansion right here. So you can take off big chunks of leaves at once. It's pretty cool. But anyway, not going to work on that right now. So Nilo, do you want to give us a demonstration of Mutandis? Are you doing it on this grass right here? Okay. Ooh, it turned into a birch sapling. Right on. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Is that the only way to get glintweed? Cool. So he's made a substance that turns one thing into another. What about on this yellow flower? Oh, turned into Spanish moss. Very cool. And he started a little garden over here that somewhere where he's growing some of the plants from Witchery, the snowbells and the mandrakes and the belladonna. You want to show us the mandrake? What happens when you harvest it? Better get ready. Oh. That little guy comes up and chases you around. Did he give you some sort of effect? Sounds like a ghast. Okay. Do one more. Didn't get a very good look at him before you killed him, but yeah, that's okay. We're good. Oh, you got an infernal mandrake, dude? Oh my gosh. Anyway, folks, I'm going to take you downstairs and show you what we've done with the base so far. A lot of changes down here. Last time, on the last episode, we set up some of the basics with the mechanism machines and upgraded that. I showed you back here. I'd set up all these heat generators in a row, but I learned actually that these weren't effective because I needed to upgrade the cable. The one I was using before, the basic universal cable, which is the power transmitting cable of mechanism, it was not transmitting all the power that was being generated. There was a bottleneck. So this one is plenty, and that was easy to make. Let me see, the advanced universal. Can I do it like that? No. Let's see, let's do cable. And there, see, that's the basic one, which was just the redstone between steel. And then to turn it up to the advanced universal cable, we had to put these enriched alloys on either side of the basic cables. So it went from 200 RF per tick to 800 RF per tick. And each of these heat generators, I think, makes a max of 88. So yeah, now we can generate the full capacity of it. The luggage are nice little mascots following us everywhere. It was really useful for clearing out the dungeons below because there's so much loot. Just with my own inventory, I was coming up here like every 10 minutes to unload. And then with the luggage, whose holds more than a double chest, or maybe it is a double chest, it was much better. And then, oops, come on, let me through here. I set up this other system where I set up these ender pouches. This one here is just my personal stuff I like to keep on me, which corresponds to this ender chest right here. But this other one corresponds to that chest right there, which is where I dump everything. And it goes into 2 resonant strong boxes. So not automatically sorted, but that's quite a bit of storage, including what's in here, to unload stuff. So still had to come up quite a few times to unload all that stuff. And we have quite a bit of inventory now. I moved all our iron boxes, our iron chests from that were up above, and down here moved everything into these resonant strong boxes because this base is temporary. We're going to be moving on, and we're going to be working on something in a second in order to help us move. And I figured, well, if we put everything in strong boxes, then everything is mobile, because I don't know if you know. Let me see, actually in this chest, let me grab one of these, and this can go back in here. If you put stuff in a strong box, azo, and then pick it up, everything stays in it. See if you hold shift, it shows the whole contents. And then when you place it back, everything will safely be in there. So this is a great way to transport stuff. Eventually we'll have an AEME system, but not yet. We didn't have quite enough materials to build that yet. but these are loaded now. You can check it out. Like there's our ores and ingots. All this came from down below. A lot of it came from chests, and there was rooms with diamond blocks and redstone blocks in the floor on the final 5th level. And some of this is from a little bit of caving and mining I did from ores that are naturally generated in the sides of the passages of the dungeons down there, as well as little caves that ran through the area. So looking pretty good. There's also some stuff in here that we're crafting with. I have these between all these crafting stations, these chests, because every one of these crafting stations connects to this chest. So it's a great way to make stuff that way. And it only works with the vanilla chest. It didn't work with any other kind of chest. So I just got a good old vanilla double chest down there, and every one of these can access that inventory. And I'm giving away what we're going to work on next. But I think that's most of what I had to tell you. Set up the basic thermal expansion stuff. Needed it for various things, including making all the resonant chests. Oh, look, Nilo made some balloons. What do those do? They look majestic. Okay. And let me see. Been using quite a bit of XP from down below to get my armor super enchanted. I was working on that before. It's really difficult too to repair this stuff because it's so good. I had to actually use the auto anvil from Mine Factory Reloaded, because some of these things, like my blue brain bucket, is too expensive to fix in the normal anvil. A feature that I really dislike in normal Minecraft. It shouldn't be too expensive. It should just be really expensive. I mean, if you can get the XP, why not? But this thing uses mob essence, and it doesn't have the same cap that the regular anvil does. The way I get the mob essence into it right now is pretty primitive. I got to use this XP extractor and some buckets, but it's pretty effective. And I think if you just have the first levels of experience, it's actually very economical, because every one of these, boom, right click it, it's like drawing from my arm, takes 1 level of experience and puts it into a bucket. And you'll know that the first levels are cheaper than the later levels. So if you just get like 4 levels from here and extract them, it's cheaper than if you did it if you had 30 levels. And these I can just right click onto here or onto this tank that I have attached to it. And then that's basically the XP that the auto anvil uses to repair stuff. So that's how I've been fixing these real expensively enchanted armor stuff I've got. So that's an update. I had to turn off the portal because when I wasn't online and the server was still running, the room would get filled with infernal zombie pigmen, and it was instant death to come in here. A couple other things to show you is Nilorio has, like I said, he started Witchery, and he made these neat Rowan doors. You have to have a key to open it, and each of these doors has their own key. And so you put them together in a crafting table and you get a key ring. So these doors can only be opened with these. And you right click on here, and he's got his little witchery room in here. I think you can break the door. So if you're invading, you can break it down. It's not like the Thaumcraft doors. I forget what those are called. Arcane doors? Something like that. But these ones, it goes with the whole warded block things. But, these are just for politeness. If you're not going to break down the door, you can't get in. So, yeah, and he made his witch's oven and has been collecting some of the things to work on it. So he's just getting going, but he created a nice little atmosphere in here for that. So we'll check in with him next time and see how far he's gotten on that. And then it's got another little room over here that is going to be my own little private room. I don't know how. Nilorio must put this wood on the top here. I had an Enderman in here, but he's gone. Aw, he was my pet. He was named. Yeah, that was... No, well, he was infernal sometimes, randomly, when the server restarted. But I had my pet Enderman in here. Well, he's around somewhere. His name was Nom Redney, which is Enderman backwards. And he was also my dirt generator. Anyway... so that's a little catch up. I'm sure there's a lot more to tell you that we did in the meantime, but let's get going with the thing we're going to do today, which we wanted to make some jetpacks. I wanted to make both the mechanism jetpack and the Simply Jetpacks and compare them. But turns out that the Simply Jetpacks are actually a lot more expensive. They're not totally unreasonable, but they require a lot of thermal expansion stuff that we haven't made yet. So I've made Enderium ingots, and if you haven't done that, I showed it on my last series, but I can do that again sometimes. But there's this whole Russian doll thing of the lower tier item below to make that, and the lower tier item below to make that, and so on. And didn't feel like doing all that work just today. I haven't made a lot of those things yet. And same with this resonant thruster. Got to have magnetic dynamos and a whole stacked tier of flux capacitors. We have the stuff to do it. I just, in the scope of this episode, skip that for now, and we're going to go ahead and make the ones that come from Mechanism. There is just their basic jetpack, and then there's the armored jetpack, which actually, if they work just as well, it makes them superior to any of the other jetpacks, because one of the downsides of using a jetpack is you don't have armor, and you're just a lot more vulnerable if you don't fly away. So we got it all set up here in our usual style, a whole little circle of stuff. So it starts over here. Let me get rid of this stuff. And in this one, first thing we're going to need is gas tanks. And we're going to have to get into some other elements of Mechanism to do this as well. These things use hydrogen gas to work. So we made 5 of them. And we're going to use 4 of them to make the jetpacks. And we're making 4 jetpacks because we want 2 pair each. So if we die and we lose our jetpack, we're not totally disabled to get back to our death spot if we're too far away. So I'm going to make 2. And then I'm going to give Nilorio 2 tanks. And he's going to, the luggage. Luggage can be annoying like that. I'm going to pick my luggage up and keep it on me so it stops eating my stuff, even though they're good for comic relief. But yeah, so 2 pair each. He went ahead and made his. And then the 5th gas tank, we're going to actually need to use for refueling the thing. It's going to be fueling that. And we think we're going to put it there. Hopefully that's going to work. All right, so next thing in the line, so we've got our jetpacks made, but we can't use them yet because they don't have any hydrogen in them. So let's go ahead with the next part, which is, this is to make them armored. That's the first set of it. The jetpack's going to go there, but the thing we need to complete this recipe is 2 pieces of diamond dust, and for that, we need the crusher. And you've seen us make all this stuff, the control circuit and the steel casing. So you can just look those up in NEI if you forgot. But there's the crusher. So that's our new Mechanism machine. And I'm going to stick it up there. And we're going to need to get some diamonds, which we have lots of right now. There's a stack of them in here. And in here, we've got, 6 blocks, another 17 diamonds here. So we've got more than 2 stacks of diamonds as loot from the dungeon below. So that was a great way to start out. And it was certainly more fun than strip mining. So let's go ahead and put these here. Whoa. That's loud. Okay, you want to stick 8 more in there? And I just went ahead and set up the cable that goes to that. So it's all powered already. And this is that advanced universal cable that I was talking about. And there's another tier beyond that, but we didn't need it. Oh, and also, there are some advanced energy cubes in here, and these are energy storage. So the trickle charge that's coming from all those heat generators over there fills these up. So those heat generators actually, for all our thermal expansions so far and our Mechanism needs, are doing great. There's plenty of power, especially with this little battery setup back here. These hold 3,200,000 RF, so more than adequate. And they're cool looking. They got that little spinny red dotted cube in there. That's neat. That's not there when it's not charged. And the little spinny darker version of it is your visual indicator that it is charged. So do we got some diamond dust yet? It's coming. Okay, here's the last one. Crushing up our nice diamonds. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It seems intact to be better, but it gives you an excuse to make their machine. And there's a lot of other uses for the crusher that I don't know all of them yet. We can get into it. I think if you click here, you get the recipes. You can turn chiseled stone bricks into stone bricks and copper ingot. Whoa, there's 36 pages of recipes. Oh yeah, you can make biofuel from crushing seeds and dirty gold dust. Oh, I think, is this what we're going to need for obsidian stuff? I'm not sure. We actually have the resources now to make obsidian armor and obsidian weapons, but we'll save that for next episode. And we could do that. Oh wait, you could make sand from sandstone and all kinds of stuff. So I don't even have time to show you all the things you can make with this, but I'm sure there's plenty of cool things. Anyway, back to armoring our jetpacks. So, what am I missing? Did I do it wrong? Let's see. Armored jetpack. Why can't I click on here? There we go. Oh, okay. I got it wrong. Go ahead. Do we have any bronze made? Okay, got it. So let me switch that out. All right, armored jetpack. So hopefully this is as good as diamond armor. You would hope so with the crushed diamonds. So I've got my 2 armored jetpacks. Now we need to work on getting them fueled. And nothing in there. That was the crusher. So to make hydrogen, we're going to need to make this thing called an electrolytic separator, which creates hydrogen and oxygen. And one of the ingredients of it is this electrolytic core, which we've got set up here. And then that's going to go in the middle of this configuration. And we've got our electrolytic separator. So one more mechanism machine. And I set up, some more advanced universal cables here in case we need them. So that's how those are made again. And then here is the pipe that comes with mechanism for moving. This is for moving gases. So this is to move the hydrogen from the electrolytic separator to the tank that I put up there. So let's go ahead and see if we can set that up. And then one other bit, this whole thing it's more complicated basically to fuel the thing than it is to make it, is that we're going to need a water source from which the hydrogen and oxygen are going to be made. And to get the water, we're going to try to use this electric pump, also from Mechanism. And here are the water pipes for Mechanism. They're called mechanical pipes. So a lot of stuff here. So let's figure out how this goes. So I think you can just put the electric pump over the water source. I don't know if we needed an infinite water source or not, but we went ahead and made it. And then next we have the electrolytic separator. Now, I don't know either. Let's try it first, just placing it on top. And then both of these are going to need power, right? So let's go ahead and give it the cable. Oh wait, the electric pump, it's not taking power for some reason. Did I give it on the wrong side, maybe? Let's see if you can get it connected. There you go. What was the difference? Oh, okay. And it's definitely pumping up some water. And I just messed this up. Let me see, get that off. Let me see, I guess I need a empty, or I could just do it with that. There we go. Okay. It's working. Now I'm curious, can you just put a jetpack in this slot? Nope. And which one's hydrogen? That's one's hydrogen. And we're going to need to dump oxygen for now. Otherwise this will fill up and the thing will stop. It'll stop when either of these tanks for the gases get filled. But we got our good water supply going in there. Oh, that does work like that. So we don't necessarily need the tank for the hydrogen. But since we did that, let's go ahead and I'm going to take that back out. Let's go ahead and set up the tank. What did I do? Oh, here they are, pressurized tube. I was confusing them with the advanced universal cable. So we were going to try to pump the gas into the tank from here. Now, I don't know if they connect in a certain place. That right here. Yep, there we go. You're good at this. Okay, so if we're lucky, oh look, I can see it filling up. That's going in. That's going into this tank. Oops. I see Nilorio head. Yep, that's filling up. So it's going to take a minute, but we got that all set up. So we're going to take a brief little break, let our tank fill with hydrogen, and then we'll fill up our armored jetpacks, and we'll take a little cruise. See you in a minute. All right, it's been a few minutes. I'm too impatient to let this get all the way full, so I'm just going to pull it for now. I'm sure in the future there'll always be hydrogen in this tank, so we can always just pop it in and fill up real quick. But I'm going to try it out while Nilorio sticks his in there. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my chest slot, and then I've changed my mode key to V. Whoa. And I'm in hover mode right now. And it's just like creative. That's awesome. There I am. Looking good. Space to go up. Shift to go down. WASD. Woo. Wait, there we go. Woohoo. Okay. So I can fly again. It's been a minute. But I'm not very good in F5. There we go. It's been a minute, but I've got the power of flight back. Didn't have to kill a bat this time to do it, so it was a little bit harder, actually, but yeah. Woohoo! I wonder if there's some way to see the fuel. So hover uses more than the regular mode. You can see it going down. Let me see. Let me get out of there and press V again. It's disabled. Okay, that's regular. So regular only uses fuel when you press space, I think. Yeah. But it gives you that kind of up and down jerky flight that the IC2 jetpack has. You never can just hold still. So I'll probably be using a lot of hydrogen. I wonder if you can take the tank with you and have mobile charge up ability. I bet you can. There must be a way to do that. We'll work on that later. I'm sure we'll need that. Or also, since we have the two jetpacks, we can just carry the other as a spare that's already fueled. So, Nilorio, do you have yours on? Okay. Well, we'll see you guys outside in a minute, and we'll go fly around a little bit. And while we're waiting, I also just wanted to take you on a tour through our chest to show you the rest of the loot that we've gotten from the dungeon below. You can see I've deactivated a lot of them, but you can see all my waypoints everywhere from trying to just keep track of where I've been and where I need to go next. Right there, that's my last little dark place on the 4th floor. 4th floor down, I guess. So maybe that is the 2nd floor, or however it works. But anyway, lots of loot. There are tools and a bunch of builder's wands as well. I put those in here because they are a tool, and I didn't have space anywhere else. I've been using the heck out of my Paxel, even more than my Tinker's Construct pickaxe, but lots of stuff. Moving on to diamond stuff at the end on the lowest level, but lots of swords and bows and armor, ton of armor. And then the lower grade armor, ton of it. We've got 33 of these logic matrix programmers. If we do lots of stuff with the routers and factorization. Not too much techie stuff yet. That's what comes next. And some of the ores and different prizes for getting the Ars Magica and Thaumcraft. Be getting into that very next thing. And a bunch of loot. Tons of division sigils and single-use safari nets and sonic glasses. I got to set up the Open Blocks radio station, and I don't know how to use these yet. Apparently the end is very different right now. It's very hardcore, so we will be getting into that. That's pretty funny. Sharpness 2, Fortune 3. MC Gamer's Precious, and we have a vexing stick. Lots of MindCrackian references down below. And agriculture and other valuable stuff. Lots of ender pearls and coal and charcoal I was making from the tree farm when I didn't have enough of the other kinds of coal, so on. And yeah, I showed you ores and ingots already, blocks and your basic stuff. and food and drops, all from the generous Roguelike Dungeon. Oh yeah, and there's our potion setup too. All those ingredients that we've been collecting for it. And I've been making potions like crazy and also finding a lot of them in chests. And up here in this little chest, it's just overflow for the open block stencil stuff. And as I'm hanging out down here, my big addiction is just looking to see if these essence berry bushes have made any berries. Stand on the drain, eat the berries, fill up the tanks. You know, I've been wasting so much time just doing that. See you in a minute. Alright, so Nilo's got his on. He's got his balloon too. And he puts it on. We both just realized we have full armor bars now. So the jetpack, it is better than our osmium chestplate. So that is cool. Although it's not enchanted like my osmium chestplate was. Let's see. I don't need to climb the ladder, do I? Alright. It looks like the sun's just coming up. So I got it on regular now. It only works while I hold spacebar. Let's change it to the expensive hover mode. Alright. This is awesome. Just like Creative Flight. I lost track of Nilorio. There he is. Going down's a little slow. I guess in hover mode it is anyway. I guess you could change to regular. And actually, I guess the way to do this would be to combine it with the hang glider again and use it in regular mode. Saw Etho do a lot. Oop, that's disabled. Gotta look out for that. Good thing I got feather falling on my boots. So that's regular. Yeah, go down much faster. Ooh. Going forward's kind of slow. Okay, I'm gonna use hover mode until I get used to regular mode again. There was a time when I was practiced with the IC2 jetpack. Where are you? I don't know where over here is. Oh, there you are. Yeah. Oh, you stuck the balloon on him? Is he floating? Let's see. Woohoo! Can we push him along? Aha! What happens if you put 2 balloons on him? Oh! He doesn't float all the way. He just took damage. Okay. And speaking of the hang glider from Open Blocks, one of the cool features of thermal expansion is if you put rotten flesh, the zombie flesh, into a, what do they call them, redstone furnace, it turns into leather. This stuff here. So I've been getting plenty of leather by just putting my rotten flesh into the redstone furnace. So that's been very cool. Yeah, it's time for some major exploring. Gonna start checking out all these biomes around here and see where we're gonna go next. Like I said, I was not gonna set up major base right by spawn, which was this grove right here. But what I want to find is a Sacred Springs biome is the one I'm looking for. So yeah, gonna look around. In the next episode, hopefully I'll find a place that will, by then I will have found a place that will be suitable for setting up the next base. And in there I'm going to start some Thaumcraft and some Ars Magica right away, and doing some cool building using the tools that we have available to us in here. There's the template thing, I forget what it's called, that's from Open Blocks, I believe, and I'll have to double check that. And also I wanted to use Calclavia Core, the MFFS modular force field system, to do some building with as well. So that will be next, coming up. And we've completed goal number 1. On to the next thing. I gotta turn all those waypoints off. Those are pretty ugly, but you can see I've been busy. Anyway, this is Monkeypuzzle signing out. Nilorio, you still with us? You're gonna keep working on your Witchery? Have some stuff to show us? Alright folks, as the chunks load into the future, there's Nilorio over there. And fly around in this cool new jetpack. Woohoo! I will sign out and look forward to you guys joining me later. And look forward to seeing your comments. And I hope you enjoy the episode. This is Monkeypuzzle. Bye-bye.